Even if you don't hear her, as long as you can touch her, it's all right. That's an old custom. Can look but no touch. The only singer and actress with her 38C cut. That's a Brazil. Fortunately, we are in a position to give our audience exclusives. On guard. Welcome, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, greetings to our friends, the netizens. Johnny Litton on board, once again, here, going to you from Ohnline, it's Johnny. We surf the net and search for these sites to bring you the very, very latest. Number one, it's top trending news bits. Number two is Espeak, internet words for the week. And number three is the main interview of our guest of honor. And then number four, Johnny's hacks. Tips on anything and everything you expect from the internet. So let's begin our trek, not Star Trek, but our trek. Or if you're in Las Vegas, your treks to cyberspace. I'm sure you all had a blast with our top trend correspondent from Korea. So we're bringing her back for another round of Korean Wave news bits for Ohnline, it's Johnny. Come in, Carolyn Tan.
안녕하세요, Tito Johnny. In our past episodes, we featured famous oppas in the K-drama world. But way before, Hyun-bin, Park Seo-joon, and Kim Soo-hyun. The Korean actor who originally captured Filipino fans' hearts is none other than Lee Min-ho. This handsome actor, singer, and model first became a big hit in Boys Over Flowers back in 2009. A decade and one later, Lee Min-ho's 2020 hit series, The King, Eternal Monarch, launched his resurgence into the limelight after his compulsory military service. Being a bench endorser, he visited the Philippines in 2016 to meet his adoring Filipino fans. Lee Min-ho is every girl's dream, 남자친구, and the news about him are many equally lovely and popular celebrities from Korea and abroad, says it all. This is Carolyn Tan for Top Trend. Only here on Ohnline is Johnny. 한국 드라마를 응원해 주시고 사랑해 주셔서 진심으로 감사드립니다. 여러분 많이 사랑해요. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you very much, Carolyn, for helping us. Every day, I'm learning new words from the millennials. I call these words Espeak. And my Espeak teacher for today is none other than one of my dearest friends that I hold in the highest esteem. Her name is Rosemarie Ong. Hello, Rose.
Hi, Johnny, the 84-year-old blogger. I'm sure you give the Gen Z-ers a run for their money as you dominate social media. Now, I have two Espeak words for you. One is flex, which means to show off something that is new about you. Okay,
flex.
So here it goes, Johnny. I would like to flex my new skills in cooking. I'm really very good at that. It's so luscious. I'm sure you love it. And the second Espeak is bounce.
Bounce.
It's when you need to leave some place quickly, okay? So Johnny, I have to go. I need to bounce to my next meeting.
Oh, in my case, when I see a woman not wearing a bra and she runs, I see two little mountains bouncing. So now in your case, you have to bounce to another meeting. I respect that very, very much. Thank you, Rose, for adding to my vocabulary as spoken by the millennials. Please have a happy bouncing.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much, Rose. Please welcome our Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the fantastically successful Wilcon Depot, who happens to be President of the Philippine Retailers Association, a very successful mother, a tremendous wife, and fantastic business executive, none other than Rose Ong. Bravo, Rose, and bounce right away to your next assignment. I know when I was much younger, 3 of my sons went abroad to study. I felt the loss of being able to share dinners and events with my son. How do you feel about Amos now studying in the United States?
Well, of course, you know, Johnny, like what you said, no one is prepared emotionally. I've experienced that sepangs, you know, that's the new word now, sepangs, separation anxiety. However, if you look at it, you know, when I asked him, why does he want to study abroad? He said, Mommy, I want to see the world. I want to be independent. I want to stand on my own. And I know that it will really help him build his character. It will make him a stronger person. He's been very diligent student. He really excelled both academically and also he's member of several clubs. You know, he was a consistent Dean's Lister. In fact, I visited him every time he would receive a Dean's List award. And even after the time that he graduated, he was, you know, he received the Latin honor. He received the highest honor for his thesis paper on bank valuation. And, you know, I'm really very happy because it really made him a better person. But of course, what we did is what we supported him even during his move-in. We tried to connect him with friends so that when he needs anything, especially in New York, there's always someone to, you know, to attend to him or take care of him. And we always make him feel that we have his back and we fully support him with all his plans that he has in life.
Now that Amos has graduated, what are his plans to fulfill his many dreams?
You know, the coronavirus was really unprecedented. It happened just, you know, with all his plans after graduation. However, everything is still fluid. So I think he's doing his, you know, he's making the most of his time while he's in the US now. He's taking some courses and at the same time exploring New York. As I mentioned earlier, he really wants to explore more and to see the world and to learn more. And that really builds his character. So what he does now is he lives independently alone. But of course, he wanted to stay, you know, another year in the US, and we'll see whether he can get a job, if there's opportunity for him. But right now, he's enjoying Manhattan minus the tourists. Can you imagine New York without the tourists? And yeah, he's enjoying his time there, and he's ready to go back home. Definitely, he will be here for Christmas to spend time with us, and maybe he will go back there for, like I mentioned, maybe another year. Or depends on whatever's in store for him, I would support him.
Rose, considering the pandemic that is besetting all of us now, what advice would you give to parents who have children going to abroad?
Initially, of course, it's very natural for any mother to feel sad, you know, to worry really because of the homesickness. He might have culture shock, you know, the diversity in culture and all this, and if he'll be able to adapt to, you know, to the new environment. However, they need not to worry because, as I've mentioned, it will really build their son, the character of their son or their child. It will make them stronger. And then for as long as they know what they're doing, for as long as you instill to them the moral values that will forever be with them, you will make them feel that you fully support them. That's just like what I did with my son. I made him feel that I support him, whatever plans he has. And I respect it. We always want to give them the best for as long as you know that he can carry on with whatever endeavor or whatever direction he wants to take. Probably you try to find a good school like what I did, you know. It's a Jesuit school. He studied in Fordham University. By the way, he majored in finance and minor in economics. Yeah, so he took up finance, maybe because of the money, Johnny, but that's a misconception. You know, it's really nice to learn more about investing because it's in every aspect of the business. And, you know, just support your son. Just show them, and then you have to constantly communicate with them. And even if you're so makulit as a parent, you know, for as long as they know that it's more of concern and love for them and that you trust them. I think important is that you trust your child because you believe that you raised them well.
Now, how are you able to manage the responsibilities at Wilcon Depot? Because you have contributed as the Senior Executive Vice President much to the success of Wilcon. And now, you are now also the President of the Philippine Retailers Association. My goodness, this is a heavy load. And yet, you are ultra successful in both. Congratulations. But how do you manage to do that?
With so many demands for my time, it's really quite a challenge to be present on everything, every time, for everyone. I've been juggling my time with a number of roles, such as you mentioned.
Sorry to interrupt, Rose. Do you bring home to Tony, your husband, do you bring work to your home, or you dedicate your time to your family?
Well, of course, with all these roles, you know, your SEVP of Wilcon and COO, and at the same time, you're president of the Philippine Retailers Association. I'm also a mother, I'm also a wife, I'm a daughter, and I'm a sister. So I really try to properly schedule my time. Although equally, you cannot devote same amount of time for each roles that you have. But what's important is that you try to be productive in every aspect of what you do, and you try to maintain that, you know, quality and good relationship with family. As much as possible, I make time for family, I make time for every role that I have. So it's really a matter of, you know, properly scheduling your time, giving time for each and every role you have, you know. But what's important also is I also find time for myself. I also have me time. Like I've mentioned, you know, when my son was away, I've been very prayerful. I have time for, you know, my spiritual enhancement. I also serve in the church. I'm a lector and a commentator at the same time. So I try to make myself, you know, complete, you know, physically maintaining my health and everything. My social life as well. I have friends, and you're one of those, you know. So I really try to find time in every aspect of my life. I try to find myself complete because, as the saying goes, you cannot pour on an empty cup, right? So you have yourself complete before you pour out the love and the care and the support that you want to give to anybody.
But you know, Rose, before you bounce back to another meeting, allow me to repeat, I hold you in the highest esteem as a mother, as a wife, as one that sets the values of what being the epitome of a business executive, and at the same time dividing work for business, for family, and for children. Rose, you are fantastic, and thank you very much for spending time. Now, please bounce back to your next meeting, and good luck. Bye-bye, Rose. Thank you so very, very, very much. Oh yes, a little tip from Johnny Litton. Giovanni Littoni, a vostro servizio. Johnny Litton at your service. Whenever you have family and friend gatherings and you want comfort food, the best when it comes to Italian cooking, there's only one place to go. It's Mama Lou's. And you know what they serve? Home-cooked Italian food. Mi chiamo Giovanni, a vostro servizio. My name is Johnny, at your service.
Right now, I'll be showing you how to prepare our mac and cheese. Now, it's a classic favorite. Kids love it. I love it. Now, all you have to do to prepare the mac and cheese is get a pot of boiling water. Submerge the entire bag into the hot water and let it defrost from the freezer. Once it's properly defrosted, open the bag and place it in a hot pan. Let the sauce reduce until it's a bit thick. From this point, if you're cooking at home, you can add some more cheese if you'd like. Once your mac and cheese is ready to go, transfer it to a heat-proof dish. Add your mozzarella cheese. And if you have some colored cheddar. Now for that extra crunch, you can also add some breadcrumbs on top of it. Once you're ready with that, just head over to your oven and place it in the oven until the cheese is nice and melted, or until the breadcrumbs are nice and golden brown.
And my dear friends, here's a question from a follower.
Hi, Tito Johnny. This is Dr. Elsie Pasqua, and I have a question for you. Since we're not doing face-to-face meetings anymore, can you please advise us on the proper way of conducting virtual meetings? Thank you.
Sure, Dr. Elsie. Here is my prescription from Johnny's Hacks. Number 1. Mute your microphone. You know why? When you're not speaking, you must avoid any background noise. Turn on your webcam as a sign of respect for the group and establish your presence. After all, you're the host. You invited them, so they know that you are the person to listen to. And number 3, please pay full attention and don't interrupt the speaker. And since you are the speaker, I hope you will not interrupt yourself. I hope all these hacks will help you go through your virtual meetings professionally. Dr. Elsie, after all, you represent one of the most important departments in any hospital. If you have any questions at all, please drop me a video and I'll give you Johnny's Hacks only here on Ohnline It's Johnny. All right, my dearest friends, ladies and gentlemen, we normally end the program with a saying from a great Chinese philosopher, great-great-great-grandfather, and his name is Confucius, no relation to Confucius. And he says, have dreams, live up to your expectations by making dreams happen into reality. That is what Confucius once told his great-great-grandchildren. Wherever you go with all your heart and make your dreams real. Make them turn into reality. It is your heart that drives you to do miracles. And now, Johnny Litton saying, see you again soon on Ohnline. It's Johnny.